Hey family, I'm getting a little brave. I ran without my shirt today. I'm trying to work on my tan. Look, it's like a random white spot just right here from having my arms folded. I had a really good run today. It was nice and easy. I didn't try to like beat my pace or anything like that. That sounds kind of weird, beat my pace. uh, I'm in a good mood. I mean, shit's actually a little crazy. I drank a little too much this weekend and I didn't sleep enough because I was working, and went on a date with this pretty blonde girl. And I was kind of nervous at first. We had matched on a website, and just kind of nervous at first. But then I went into it. It's like, man, honestly, I'm just going to socialize, have a good time, eat some tacos, nothing fancy. Fuck all this trying to do extra stuff. No, I'm not about that. I'm not at that place where I care enough. I just want to go out, have a good time. If we connect, then great. If we don't, then I could just eat tacos by myself. So but yeah, I take girls when I go on a date to the same spot. If we go on a second date, obviously I got to think of something else, but haven't gotten that far yet. So didn't sleep that much this weekend. Went into work the next day, and found out I had court this morning. All we did was kind of basically tell the judge, hey, we need some more time to come to an agreement with the house, and we might have to go to mediation again. But yeah, so I did a lot of introspecting yesterday. I went down old journals. I worked on this music video with this guy named Dax in Maverick City. I was a production assistant on there. And man, that song just really hits home. It's called Lonely Dirt Road. Check it out on YouTube. And it just kind of really hit home. So I was going through my journal yesterday, and just kind of looking at the prayers that I used to pray back in 2022. And I mean, man, like a lot has changed in that short time, in 5 years. A lot has changed. And I'm glad I took the risks that I did. I was listening to this like motivational YouTube thing while I was running my last 2 miles, just to kind of help drive all the way through. And this lady says, take the fucking risk. All you have is time. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I'm glad I did take the risk that I did in my life. Do I regret some of it? Maybe, but I'm pretty sure I don't regret it as much as I would if I would constantly overthink, if I should have done it. Like if I didn't do it, and then I'm over here beating myself up, wishing that I did. And looking back at this journal and seeing how fast these 5 years have gone by, it's insane to me, right? I'm supposed to have my kids for a whole month this summer, and I just, as far as like with work and all the stuff like that, I just don't know if I can do that. I'm not at a place, unfortunately, where I can. But part of me is thinking, it's like, man, what do I need to do in my life to get to the place where I can do that? Right? My ex is a teacher, so she gets summers off, and sometimes summer is the busiest time. Like I remember a couple years ago, I was pretty much on a 6-week show, on and off for 2 weeks at a time. Actually, it was more than that. I think it was like 12 weeks. No, yeah, 6. It was like a 1 episode a week, so 6 weeks, 6 episodes. But yeah, I'm just kind of looking back, thinking, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen with this divorce being finalized. What's gonna happen with the house? What's gonna happen with my fucking car? With my roommates? None of that. Right? I'm trying my best just to like stay present, just to stay where my fucking feet are. You know, because I could easily start thinking about all this stuff, and it's gonna get me nowhere. Right? I after getting home from court, you know, I'm thinking, oh, you know, I need to message my ex about schedules and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, no, what I really need to do is I need to run this shit out. I need to go on a run, and I need to hash it out. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just like, when I was getting created, maybe I just got wound up too much, right? And sometimes I just gotta like get it out and go on a run. But that's my thinking right now, right? A week from now, I could take a risk in something and then, you know, come back and tell you I was a fucking idiot. You know, I should have slowed down. And part of me does need to slow down. I think part of me just needs to stay present. And I need to take advantage of the opportunities that are ahead of me. And I heard someone today, I forgot what it was, but they were talking about sometimes, I feel like I deal with this self-sabotage a lot. But a lot of times it's the energy that's stuck, and it wants to keep you where you've always been. And so the fact of like something new being around the corner, that energy will like basically cause you to sabotage yourself. And so it's like learning to stay present in yourself and labeling what you're feeling. I know it's like super hard. In retrospect, I can do it, right? In retrospect, I can think of like the perfect comeback words, the perfect everything, right? But it's in the moment that I have a hard time. You know, we can fucking blame our parents. We can blame trauma. We can blame all this stuff like that. Yeah, but at some point, like, the only way forward is through. And that's how I felt lately, is the only way forward is through, right? This divorce isn't going to be easy. Separating from a person that I've been attached to for 13 years. The only way forward is through. And even with my past, right? When I was doing trauma therapy, I'll do another like part 2 of my story and kind of get more into that side of it. But when I was doing trauma therapy, I thought to myself, like, the only way forward is to go back, which similar is kind of like to go through the problems and the fears that you have that were created back then, right? The only way to go forward is through your problems. Anyways, it's just, you know, after my run thoughts, you know, I'll look back in this and, you know, think how smart or how much of an idiot I was. That's another thing too, is that I'm realizing it's like when people, I'm very honest. So when people around me ask how I'm doing, you know, don't ask me how I'm doing if you don't want to sit and listen to how I'm doing. So I'll say, oh, you know, I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. And I'm learning to say that, you know, I'm actually in a really good place. Not maybe like financially and all of this stuff like that, but I'm in a good place, I think, mentally, and I'm in a good place right here. I have a good outlook that does vary and, you know, kind of goes up and down, but overall, like, man, things could be worse. You know, my ex could not let me see my kids. My legs work. I have a friend that has been through cancer 3 times, and he's in constant pain. He's going through a divorce right now. His wife says that she doesn't want to be married anymore. She's not happy. And, you know, he can't go out and walk and run, you know, and I'm grateful for where I'm at. Super grateful. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a good day, and put yourself first. Take some risk, because before you know it, 5 years are going to go by. And you need to ask yourself, are you going to be looking back and regretting, or are you going to be okay with the risk you decided to take? I love you. Take care of yourself.